I was always a dreamer, the youngest of five, left to my own devices. I used to walk around and create little songs, little bits of poetry. I wanted to sing. I didn't know how to do that, but it's crazy to look back and think that that little girl, all her dreams really did come true. I'd never really done music until I moved to England. I knew that I woke up one day and I thought there's got to be more to life than this. And 4 months later, I was on a plane with a visa, 2-year visa, and I kept saying to everyone, I'm going to do music. And they thought I was crazy. My brother bet me $1,000 that I'd never make it in the music industry. And I thought I was crazy, but something inside of me was saying, hey, you got to do music. And coming from someone who couldn't play guitar, never had any vocal lessons, I just liked to write songs and sing, and I was never very good. And I left, and you know what? I did music. It's crazy to look back and think, I walked into this pub and they had this open mic, and I snuck my way onto stage and I played the only song I knew, which was Knocking on Heaven's Door badly. And a whole group of people came up to me and they wanted to know who I was and become my friend, and they ended up being my crew. One of them was Carlos. We ended up starting a duo. One of them was Chris. He ended up being my boyfriend. I had a musical family there, and I made music. It still blows my mind.
Nobody has to know, just you and me and the radio and the moonlight. Oh baby, tonight, drive as fast as you can, even if it gets us nowhere.
'Cause we're
Running out of time,
if we're
gonna set this night on fire. 'Cause we're running out of road, but there's nothing wrong with getting dirt on your tires.
Carlos and I were always kind of the underdogs of the group. I wasn't very musically talented, and I think Carlos was just a bit lost. Chris was a rocker. Carlos kind of wanted to be a rocker, but he was more of a songwriter, and that's how we started. That's how we joined forces. He come to my house and he had a song he brought to me, and it was the first time I'd actually ever done a harmony. I didn't really even know what they were, and we started writing this song, and I kind of just sat on the backing vocals with it, and we filmed it. That's how we met Harrison, who became our third member. He had a studio. He was a great producer too. He is still a great producer. And we recorded this one and released it as a YouTube video. We didn't even know how to release it properly, but this is what we released.
When I reach the end of this bottle, I know I still feel the same. Looking through the glass at a life that I can't have, but I want to. Can't seem to live without all the shame and doubt, but I want to. I still want you.
The crazy thing about it was, off the back of I Want To, we got the slot at the Isle of Wight Festival, and I think it was in 2015. It was headlined by Fleetwood Mac, the original lineup, Pharrell Williams. There's a whole bunch of other artists that were on the bill. So I'd scored 2 slots as Jayne, and then we had to send something in to get Southern Junction a spot, and we sent in I Want To, and that's how we got it. So we ended up doing four slots just on like day stages around the festival as Southern Junction. So the problem was we only had one song, and these were 45-minute sets. So we went into lockdown. We went 20 hours, I think, without leaving the studio. We were very lucky to have Harrison and a studio, and we wrote songs. And it's quite funny because one of those songs was Sunland Avenue, which ended up becoming my first single as a solo artist. But yeah, these are a few of the songs we wrote. I know you're lost and you feel like you're all alone. Don't you fear, I'll be here to guide you home. You've come so far, but you know there's an end inside. It's not enough to fly so high when the ground beneath keeps pulling you down and you got nowhere to go. Come into me, take my hand, and I'll be forever yours. I will guide you home. I got a fever that I just can't hide, so come on over, baby. And darling, put your hand in mine, 'cause you're driving me crazy, crazy for you.
Got me all fired up, baby, but I don't know how to get free. Ain't gonna stop till you're coming home with me.
You're coming home. You're coming home with me.
Oh, and after all is said and done, I still come back for more. It's not hurting anyone to leave my heart out on the floor. I could turn around and leave it all behind, but I know. How do I let go when I'm bound by the hope that you're not just a memory?
All of that we did with Harrison was such a great experience. I think it's hard when you've got so many people in the decision making place. So we all kind of had equal share in this, and we were all kind of going different ways. So it sort of got a bit messy in the end. And Carlos and I ended up leaving Harrison, and we went and recorded an EP with a country music producer in the UK.
What do we gotta lose? Open up your eyes. It was always you. Tell me what I gotta do to make you mine tonight until daylight. And all I ask of you.
So it was awesome being a part of the UK country music scene because it was small, but it was a family, and we had so many opportunities to play. Like, we got every festival we wanted. We played Buckle and Boots Festival, which, now is huge. All of the Australian artists are going over there to play, and I'm hoping to get back in, but we'll see. We'll see if they even want me now. But FSA Fest, the C2C, the London Arena, that was insane. And we even got to come to Australia and play main stage at the Tamworth Country Music Festival, which is something I'm dreaming of getting on now.
Stick showing her how to shoot a combo. When he don't know that I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive. Carved my name into his leather seat.
such a beautiful stage. But we were on the International Artist Showcase, which was really cool. And then we did a little tour up to Brisbane and played Johnny Ringo's. And I think that trip was when we parted ways with Harrison. He was booked on a plane to come to Australia, and he pulled out about a week before. And I had to fly my boyfriend at the time, Chris, over, and he had to learn all the songs and play for us, which is crazy, but it all worked out, and it was such an amazing opportunity for us and such great memories. So I'm stoked. Obviously it was hard, and all those chefs in the kitchen was really difficult, but I'm so stoked with how many opportunities we were given, and how big that experience was for me, and how it shaped me to become the artist I am now. Like, I could sit here and be jaded and think of the bad times, but honestly, there was so many good times, and I'm pretty lucky to have been able to go through that.
You know it won't be on me. No, not on me.
It's pretty cool to take a look back and just sort of go through this old footage. I don't really speak to the guys anymore, but I wish them nothing but love, and I'm so thankful I got to go through that experience with them. I'm so lucky I get to do music, and I'll show you guys the solo stuff. So after I had to leave England after I ran out of visas, and I really didn't want to. I thought Southern Junction was it for me. But I came home and I started my career as a solo artist, and so next week we'll take a look at that if you guys are interested. Thanks so much for hanging out. Talk soon.